Horror has gotta be one of the weirdest genres for any medium. You're just gonna put yourself into a terrifying situation where you feel like your life is being threatened on purpose? Imagine trying to explain that to one of your pilgrim ancestors. They would be so confused and honestly pissed off. But unfortunately, most people don't live their lives based on what they could or couldn't explain to their pilgrim ancestors, and thus, horror is a very popular genre. If you just search scary on the App Store, you could literally scroll for days through hundreds of games that are all super popular. But what about the not so popular ones? What about the horror games that nobody is playing? The ones that are supposed to be scary, but aren't. How would pilgrims feel about those? Here's one of the first games that I ever found in this niche. It's called Clown Brothers Neighbor Escape. And the little subtitle there is Time to Revenge. This game was developed by the same people as Billion Surprise Toys. Let's together revenge. Meet the new game about clown neighbor brothers who want to avenge their dead criminal clown friend. Supports 10 languages. Okay. Multilingual kings. I like it. Several years ago, you brought justice to a scary criminal clown neighbor and destroyed his house. I did? Wow, good for me, dude. I do not remember doing that. But recently, you saw that the house was restored and the clown brothers settled in it. You are sure that they want to continue the work of their colleague. You must prevent this. So I guess I got their friend arrested and destroyed his house. That seems like a little bit much. Like, you know, if he's a criminal clown, by all means call the police. But to destroy his house? I don't see any reason to do that. We're facing a housing crisis in this country. There's no need to make it worse. I love that they call the other clown their colleague. What, do they work at Microsoft together? Very often you notice that these clowns behave strangely. Yeah, I think your first clue to that would be the fact that they dress like clowns. They often say hello. Strange. Watched you and laughed. They're just making fun of you. They're bullying you. These clowns are up to no good. I know they're plotting something. Every time they see me, they point and laugh and say, hey, you fucking dork. I think I have to blow up their house. And then here's some pictures from the game. The two clown brothers do look very scary. A couple things I'm noticing in this, they drive a very cool car. They may have an unorthodox fashion sense, but I like their car. I love the fact that they're proudly displaying an American flag in front of their house. They're like, listen, we may have our differences. We may be two clowns from hell, but I'll be damned if this isn't the greatest nation on earth. Okay, so it looks like they're making a bomb too. So they're like clowns and terrorists. One interesting thing about clown media, whenever clowns are portrayed as scary, it's like the people who made the media forgot what clowns are. Like, they think they're a different species. Being a clown is just a job. It's not like something you intrinsically are. I feel like whoever made this game thinks that clowns are like a type of monster. Really, all I'm getting from the game is that the clowns are often feet away from you and staring directly at you. Seems like that's most of what's going on here. Surprisingly though, even though this game only has 21 ratings, it has a 4.4 on the App Store. Based on the pictures, I'm curious to see how that's possible, so I'm gonna go ahead and download this game. Okay, next game, Baby Kids in Scary House 2. Now, when I came across this game, I was like, oh, this looks funny, but I shouldn't play the sequel, I should try to play the original. So I searched Baby Kids in Scary House. And the first game that comes up is Baby Kids in Scary House 2, and the original is nowhere to be found. Now, there is a very popular game called The Baby in Yellow, which I think this game is a knockoff of. And I'm almost curious if this game is trying to pretend to be the sequel to that game. Actually, if you look at the developer's page, there is no Scary Baby Kids in House. There's just 2 and 3. There's Baby Girl in Yellow House. I guess we're just starting on number 2. This chapter 2 contains 2 night stories. During the first night, you will have to manage a horrific clown girl. Very professional language in this one, just like the last one. You will have to manage your scary clown girl colleague. She's not getting her reports turned in on time. You're gonna have to place her on administrative leave until we get this figured out. Exciting surprises are waiting for you. During the second night, you will have to manage 2 babies. Uh-oh. The clown girl and her terrific sister. What do they mean by that? Okay, one girl is scary, but her sister is honestly awesome. We get along great, and we are both creeped out by her sister. Okay, so I think I know which one is the clown girl. And so by default, this one on the left must be the terrific sister. A bat? Are we going after these babies with a bat? Look, the clown girl may be scary, but that seems a little bit drastic. Okay, looks like the baby is performing some kind of satanic ritual here. The terrific sister is floating down the stairs. That's fantastic. Being a new father, I feel like I could really get into this game, because my baby's not scary at all. But what if he was? Download. This next one's a little bit different. Ghost detector, radar, camera, spirit box, and hunting tool. Ask ghosts a question and they will answer. So this thing claims to be able to detect ghosts in your home and then you can talk to them. Find ghosts and communicate with spirits using this app's groundbreaking, ultra-realistic experience. Disclaimer, since paranormal activity can't scientifically be proven, we can't guarantee that the app communicates with real spirits. At the end of the day, we technically can't guarantee that the ghosts that we deliberately programmed into the app are really in your house, but they probably are. It looks like people are having a lot of fun with this game though. A lot of the reviews are just really long stories about how scary using this was. Is this real, question mark? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and download it. Scary Anna, your unique scary virtual pet. So I'm still not exactly sure how this is supposed to be a horror game. You're taking care of this pet whose name is Anna, and she is a little bit scary looking, but a lot of it just seems like she's having fun. Driving a car around, she's on a jet ski. Doesn't seem that scary. Okay, in this one she's got creepy eyes. She looks a little possessed in this one. And then in this one she's fighting a bunch of tiny little cats, little demon cats. Feed her a variety of foods, but be careful, some might be poisonous. Dare to discover what happens? How about you tell me which ones are poisonous before I poison my fucking cat? So you can grab, drag, and stick Scary Anna with your finger, engage in playful interactions, and see how she responds to your touch. Sounds like I might be the scary one in this situation, actually. It should be called Scared Anna. Why is she scary? She's just a little bit weird looking. The poor thing. There's no reason to put her on blast in the game title. I don't know, man. This game is marketed like a horror game, but I just see an animal who needs an owner. You know? She just needs a little love. I think it was pretty fucked up of them to call her Scary Anna, if I'm being honest. Sure, she's a little ugly, but you know, some animals are like ugly cute. She is not. She's just ugly, but I don't think we should have named her after her weird looks. I'm gonna download this game and I'm gonna be there for her. 5 stars, scary. I don't like the way her skin peeled off. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna like this game. Before we get into these games, I want to thank Opera Browser for sponsoring this video. I've been using Opera Browser for a while now, and it has really helped increase my productivity while writing and planning videos. It is faster, safer, and smarter than default browsers, which means it has a ton of features that make my process much smoother. Like Opera's native in-browser AI called Aria, which makes it really easy to get answers and do some surface-level research really quickly and easily. While browsing, you can highlight any word or term that you're not familiar with and ask Aria to briefly explain it, or you can just ask it questions like, what are some of the worst horror games on the App Store? The great thing about this is not only does it give you some great starting points, but it also links to the relevant pages for each answer. Tab islands are Opera's way of organizing tabs by grouping similar tabs together so you can save space and time. This is really helpful when I'm writing videos because I can have multiple Google Docs open, multiple YouTube videos open. They can easily be grouped together so I don't get overwhelmed because I am easily distracted. They also have an ad blocker and a VPN integrated into the browser for free. This browser is like a million useful things bundled into one app. It's crazy. Also, I just like the way it looks. It's got a cool style and I like the cut of its jib. In a world where it seems like every browser wants to look like the same boring app, I appreciate that Opera is different. They've got cool wallpaper, some of them are even animated. How fun is that? So if you want to check out Opera, it's totally free. Just use my link in the description to download Opera today. Thank you to Opera for sponsoring this video. Thank you to you guys for checking out Opera. And now, let's game. All right, first game, The Clown Brothers. All right, right off the bat, we have a... I think they just said they're preparing for atomic war? The clowns start to dish out the lore right away in the title screen. 1, they're preparing for atomic war. 2, they are good neighbors. And 3, they are going to kill you.
Find you and kill you.
At the start of every level, the game gives you an objective. We've all seen these types of games before. The whole game is just a series of boring objectives like find the key and unlock the door. But what's really special about this game is it only gives you like 1 second to read the objective. Back in town, you find out that the friends of the okay, so I've spawned into this neighborhood street. I see my clown neighbor walking around, so that must be the clown's house. Now, I gotta give these clowns props because not only is their car cool as hell, they also live in a huge mansion. Right away, dude, they live in a freaking mansion. Oh my god. There must be a ton of money in making nuclear bombs and killing your neighbors. What do these clowns do for a living? Turns out they're like lawyers and doctors. They actually are like really making the world a better place. And speak of the devil, here comes one now. Oh! Okay. I thought he was gonna kill me. He just came up and stood like this. I mean, pretty scary thing for your neighbor to do, but for your Russian spy terrorist clown neighbor, all things considered, not that bad. Every time you die in this game, of course you get an annoying ad, but I recently learned a cool little trick. If you turn off Wi-Fi and use airplane mode, the ads can't load, which makes this game way less annoying. I'm still getting an ad, but it's for nothing. And this worked for a while, but eventually I did somehow get an ad again. How did this ad load? I have Wi-Fi and airplane mode turned off. How did I get an ad? Are some ads just baked into the game? Mysterious indeed. What are these clowns hiding, and what does it have to do with Chicago's best party tents? Okay, can I read this time? Back in town, you find out that, shit. Eventually, I figured out the first mission was to find a green key and a gray key and unlock a special room. The problem being, this house is fucking gigantic. And no offense to these clowns and their interior decorating prowess, but every room looks exactly the same. So I spent like a half an hour walking from room to room, not sure where I was, which rooms I had already explored. I might have been walking back and forth between the same 2 rooms for like 15 minutes, to be honest. Oh! I got you, young man. I gotta be honest, dude, I'm not an evil clown, but if I caught my neighbor walking around in my house, even my reaction would be more extreme than theirs. I feel like they're honestly letting me off the hook pretty easy. You know, it'd be easier to avoid them if they could just stay in one room of their house like normal people. I guess this is just what makes them so fucked up in the head. They don't just hang out in one room, they're constantly milling about. You know, you're not gonna finish your bomb if you never stay in one room for more than 3 seconds. I decided to take a brief break from the clowns to explore what I assumed to be my own home, and I was pretty confused with what I found. Is this my house? It's a very open floor concept I've got going on here. Bear trap on the table? I feel like I've got my own demons to work on before I go try to bring these clowns to justice. I'm living in a gigantic room made of sheet metal, and I've got a bear trap on my desk. What I didn't know then is those bear traps are actually one of the only semi-interesting parts of this game, because it turns out you can actually pick them up and trap the clowns with them. Oh, he's trapped! Haha! Whoa, what happened? It disappeared. Somehow this steel trap that is meant to maim 500-pound bears does not kill the clowns. It's just a minor inconvenience at most. These clowns are honestly super zen. Nothing gets to these guys. How does that happen? What did he do to the bear trap? It's worse than I thought. These clowns fucking eat metal. Oh, and here he is. I finally finished the first level after what felt like an eternity. Let's go. Mission complete. And I'm back outside for some reason, even though I was just in the security room. Had to go out for a breather, take a quick smoke break, and then it's back into the clown's house. The next mission, find a book. And in order to do that, you have to find a gray and green key. Oh my God. All right, scary clown neighbors. Would I say that it was scary? Not really, just frustrating and boring. Next game, Scary Baby in Creepy Baby House 2. For 99 cents in this game, I can get rid of the ads. Do I really want to do that? This game that I'm gonna play for like 30 minutes max? Is that worth 99 cents? I'm already doing it. The beginning of the game starts off pretty normal, just doing some normal babysitting activities. So here's the baby. The clown baby.
Hello, I will be back home after I finish my work.
So not only are we dealing with a clown baby, we're dealing with Robo-Mom too. Hello, I hope you find my baby is not too evil today. I will be home by 8. Sorry you've never seen me in person. I swear I'm not a robot. Sweet little baby, let me pick you up. Holy cow, you can really fling this kid around. Why are they like this too, holding up little finger guns? Nothing scarier than a clown baby going, hey, how's it going? I feed the baby, take her to change her diaper when she starts farting like crazy. But that's when things start to get a little weird. Okay, here's the diaper. Oh, good thing we have one diaper laying on this table. That's really... What happened to the baby? Did the baby turn into a tiger? Where'd you go? Oh! What the? Throughout the night, the baby continues to vanish from where I placed her, reappearing all throughout the house. Yeah, it's kind of a creepy way to laugh, right? Without, like, moving your mouth at all or showing any expression. So that's kind of weird. This makes it seem like the tiger's actually the evil one. Is it the tiger doing all this actually? Because his eyes were glowing. To answer my own question, yes. To my surprise, this game that I thought was about a scary clown baby turned out to actually be about these possessed tiger dolls, of which there are many. New diaper. Ah! Hey, come back! They keep moving the baby, they set things on fire. The baby seems to be just as upset about them as I do. And I guess they're kinda scary, but like, this game was supposed to be about the babies being evil. Did the developers forget what their own game was about? Why did they make the baby this creepy clown baby if she's not even evil? She just happens to dress like that? I guess it just goes to show that you can't judge a book by its cover. No, find a weapon? It's nice that they're giving me time to do this. Giving me time to slowly saunter around the house and find a weapon. Hit. Hit. They really don't put up much of a fight. This is, it's easier than I thought, actually. I was kind of disappointed they didn't put up a fight. They were kind of scary earlier, but the second I picked up the bat, they just accepted their fate and let me kill all of them. Oh no. Dude, what are you guys doing to my baby? What did you do to her? Sweetie, did they make you evil? What do you get out of this? Pick up baby and play games on computer. I don't know if that is like the best course of action after what just happened, but okay. And with that, I pretty much gave up any hope of this game scaring me. Just like every mission-based game, this game got pretty repetitive, and even the clown girl's terrific sister showing up didn't add much pizzazz to the game. In fact, she was actually kind of rude. Don't look at me like that. I've had a really rough night. Sorry if it took me a few extra seconds to feed you, but I don't know if you noticed, the house is under demonic control right now, so cut me some slack, okay? Was it scary? There were a few parts that made me a little bit spooked. I feel like it might be as scary as it's gonna get in this game. I'm gonna give it a thumb sideways and say, Now it's time for the dreaded ghost detector app. Now guys, I'm no stranger to ghost hunting, alright? I've done it before. I've tried talking to ghosts. So far, it hasn't really worked. I've been a little bit scared by it, but I've never done it at my own house. If I find a scary enough ghost in here, I might have to move. Now, I have no evidence right now that my house is haunted. As far as I know, nobody's ever been murdered here. Nobody's ever died with unfinished business here. I actually made sure with the realtor when I bought this house that everyone who's ever died here had finished their business. You must affirm that you have reviewed our privacy policy. Let me go ahead and check that out, actually. The privacy policy is like, you acknowledge that we have the right to place real ghosts in your house, and start.
Upgrade recommended.
It already wants me to upgrade to pro. Okay, great. Ask more than 5 questions per ghost, access to all ghost stories, more ghosts added regularly. Well, why the fuck would I want that? More ghosts added to my house? Let's go ahead and try without for now. Walk around slowly to detect entities. After just a minute of panning my camera around, my first paranormal entity burst onto the scene.
Ghost signal acquired.
Oh! Okay. We've got a ghost standing over there, and it's actually like interacting with, that's kind of weird.
Signal lost.
It's gone. It didn't like that. Didn't like being tickled. I guess I have to be a little bit more polite to the ghost when it comes around next time. Let's see. Ah! Yo! Okay, now I gotta act quickly. Okay, so tickle, tickle, tickle. And now I'm gonna ask it a question. What is your name? Are you male or female? What kind of entity are you? Are you good or evil? Let's just go ahead and ask, what kind of entity are you? Okay, there's
translating.
I guess you'd call me a ghost. Okay. Yeah, I figured that because this is a ghost detector app. Why are you just frozen in place like this? Is this some kind of pose you're doing? Are you posing for a picture? This is a video. It's an app. Let's go ahead and ask you another question. How did you die? I had a son who wasn't quite right in the head. He had a real bad temper. One day, I said something to him, and he just snapped. I should have seen it coming. Damn. Did he chop off your legs? Because you don't have legs. Is that what he did? Damn, I wish I could ask it like my own questions. I feel like I have much more interesting questions that I could think of than these. Like, what is the ghost world like? What is it like to be dead? You know? Did you have a job? I really think the ghost wants to talk about her job. Yeah, I worked at Neiman Marcus. That's really probably not at the top of her head right now. Why have you come here? That's a good question. I want to make things right with my son. We didn't always have the best relationship. I'm so sorry. Oh. Okay. Well, I don't know what to tell you about that. Never met your son. I don't think I know your son. He definitely doesn't live here because it's just me and my wife and my son. And I'm not your son. So that takes care of all the sons here. I think you might be haunting the wrong house, actually. Can I say that? Where did you live? Yeah, where did you live? Did you live here? Columbus, Ohio? What? Why are you here? Did I summon you all the way from Columbus? Sorry, I thought... What? I thought for sure that you were supposed to be a ghost haunting this house. Why are you here? I live in Illinois, by the way, not Columbus, Ohio. So you traveled 2 states to come here, a place where you never lived, to try to reconnect with your son, who definitely does not live here. Oh, and I can't ask her any more questions because I have to upgrade. What? So the Pro Plan has improved accuracy. Does that mean like more accurate ghosts? Will I get ones that actually are from around here? All in all, pretty disappointing. I'm starting to think that wasn't even a real ghost. Okay, so there's also stories on here, aside from the ghost detector. Oh, scary user stories. I can read scary things that have happened to other people on this app. We are not going into my little brother's friend's house again. We looking a ghost. It was evil. I just saw Bert, named Old Good Man. He was born on year 1810, but I think that it is not much scary app. It's just funny. I saw this old dead guy, just pretty funny, honestly. He got murdered by his son. He's just here to reconnect with him. It's just kind of funny, just goofy stuff. But I am thinking about it, that it was real or fake if it is real, so I'm very sad about Bert's death. Okay, well at least, you know, they're offering their condolences to Bert. People don't talk about how sad ghosts are. People just make them seem scary, but it is sad that they die. I feel like we don't talk about that enough. Is this for kids? Because I am a kid, okay? I just wanted to see if my great-grandpa is a ghost. I miss him so much. Oh, dude. That's just kind of sad. That just makes me feel sad. They just wanted to see if their great-grandpa was still here, and they probably opened up the app and saw some ghost like... I decided to walk around to see if I could find ghosts in other corners of the room, and to my surprise, it turned out there was a ghost right where I was sitting the whole time. So it turns out there's a ghost actually right where I'm sitting. Strangely though, this ghost didn't appear on the minimap, and I also couldn't click on it to interact with it. Okay, I don't know what... I don't know what this is supposed to be. Hello? Because it hasn't said like entity detected or anything. Does the app not know that this thing is here? This ghost is just going rogue. Bert? Alright, well, was ghost detector camera scary? No. It was kind of just sad. Alright, it's the next day. Let's play Scary Anna. Scary Anna would like to access the microphone. Uh-oh. Do I get to talk to Scary Anna? Allow. Okay. Wow, no... hello?
Hello?
Okay, she talks back, that's cool.
Okay, she talks back, that's cool.
So, interesting, there's no menu screen or anything. You just get plopped right into the game face to face with this cat. And I will say, you know what, she is scary, actually. She is a scary pet, I'll give her that. So, I have to buy food at the store. I'm moving my finger on the screen, she's following it around with her creepy bloodshot eyes. What happened to this cat? I bought little Anna some chips, some chicken wings, and I fed them to her, and look at her, she is looking better already. I am doing a great job and being a great pet owner. Wants me to buy more food at the store. Oh, what? Oh my god, wait, I'm dragging her around. Yo, what the What the fuck? Oh my god, that's so violent. Anna, I'm sorry, I didn't know I was gonna do that. That was really uncalled for. I'm not gonna do that anymore, okay? In fact, let's go ahead and wash you off. Maybe we can take a bath. Maybe you'll look less scary when you're clean. You do look a little less scary. Look at you. Oh, that filled up your little toilet meter. Okay, maybe now we need to go to sleep. Definitely not how I was expecting you to sleep, but okay. Anna becomes a little bit less scary with each new task that you complete for her, proving my theory that she just needed a loving owner correct. To increase Anna's happiness, there are 3 games you can have her play. There's Mortal Anna, in which Anna battles an onslaught of scary Juans in a coliseum. Oh shit. Why is this game actually kind of good? This fighting actually feels like a real video game. It like goes into slow-mo when you kill a Juan and everything. This, for whatever reason, makes Anna ecstatic. She is a bloodthirsty monster and loves killing her some Juans. Then there's Hill Climber and Wave Race. Woo! I definitely wouldn't say this game is scary. I'm actually having a great time right now. This is a beautiful scenic drive. I guess the only thing scary about it is Anna herself, but she's getting less scary by the minute. And if it was that she was only scary because she was malnourished, sad, and tired, then really it was my fault that she was even scary in the first place. I was just not taking care of my cat. And then I have the gall to name her Scary Anna. So is this really the only way to make your cat happy? Get him on a jet ski? Your cat's gonna look just like Scary Anna unless you Unless you do this with them constantly. You need to put them in a little ATV going up hills and stuff. You need to put them in a jet ski. They need to kill Juans, quite frankly. Damn. Well, that's definitely not gonna make her happy. I took great care of this cat. I maxed out all of her traits. In fact, at one point, I even overfed her, and she got a little bit chubby. Oh, wait. I fed her too much. Okay. Well, I'll clean her off. I didn't know that you could overfeed her. I'm sorry, Anna. I was trying to make up for my previous transgressions towards you. I did not mean to do that. Okay, so you're totally happy, you're totally clean, you're totally well slept, and you've overeaten a little bit. You still do look quite scary. So I think at this point, what I'm gathering is that you might be a little far gone. I think no matter what I do for you, actually, you're gonna always look a little bit scary. I think it's probably a few underlying medical conditions. It's nobody's fault per se. Maybe you were born like this. You were just born scary. Didn't the description of the game say something like, see how she reacts to your touch? Like there'd be some kind of interesting, you know, fun ways to interact with her. It's basically pain. Pain is how she reacts to your touch, it seems. All right, well, that's it for that game, I guess. I did literally everything there is to do in the game. Was it scary? The game was not scary, but Anna, I'll give it to her. She's scary. Well, even though I wasn't really scared by any of these horror games, I do feel like I'm walking away from them with a new lifelong friend. The Terrific Sister. Oh, did you think I was talking about Scary Anna? No, she's gross. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new here and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.